as a father, what would you say is your responsibility? What do you think? And I'm okay. Let me tweak this a little bit.
Tweak.
Okay. So, are you a single father? Are you married? Can we kind of get in your business?
Get on that. I'm married. I've been married 12, going on 13 years.
Ooh,
that's a long time, right?
Yeah, that is a long time.
It hasn't been easy, but I've been married, going on 13 years, and had my first daughter 3 years after being married. Then had the second one. She's 3. So how many years? My drinking kicked in, so my math ain't right.
Right.
But, so I'm married. I'm married, going on 13 years, and then have the 2 girls.
Okay. So that's perfect for us. I'm actually happy that you are.
Okay.
So tweak this question.
Tweak it.
What do you feel like is your responsibility as a father in the household since you are married? Like, and I'm talking about you, just exclude your wife. Right. She got hers, you got yours. So put us in your business and let us know.
Me personally, like I just said before, my mom and dad divorced. I was 6 years old. So my dad stays an hour and a half away from where we live. Even to this day, he still stays that way. And my dad has a really good relationship. But growing up as a kid, I would watch my mom struggle because she worked to make sure that the kids were good. And so I would watch my mom struggle. And then my dad wasn't the father I needed him to be. He probably was doing as best as he could. But being older, I understand that having that distance, he's an hour and a half away, that kind of was a big hindrance. So for me, having children, I said, before I even had kids, I said, whenever I have children, I'm going to be to my children what I wanted my dad to be to me.
Right.
And so I didn't let the excuse of, well, my dad wasn't in my life, so I don't know how to be a father. No, you have options. You have a choice. You can either be the opposite of what your dad was, or you can, be what he was. And so I said, I'm going to make sure that I'm everything I wanted my dad to be to me. And so for my girls, they are my world. When I tell you, when it comes to being a father, I am top tier. I'm top tier. I'm a great husband as well. But me being a husband does not compare to where I am as a father, because I wanted to make sure that my girls are good. Like when we first had my first daughter, my wife did not have to get up, change a diaper, or fix a bottle for the first year. No, and she'll tell you, she did not have to get up, fix no bottle, or change no diapers. And so for me, it's still routine. I automatically ate to my girls quick before she even get a chance to. It's just, I think I'm still on that first dad kind of hype, even though I got 2 of them. I just go hard for my girls. So, and it shows because they, it's always daddy, and so they love me so much. And so, me as a father, so my responsibility is to make sure my girls are good and protected.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No matter what. So.
Right. And I like that. Yeah. The beauty of what you gave your wife during probably the most hardest time in her life.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like every woman wants that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Every woman does, because it's just at the end of the day, like, I speak a lot about postpartum depression in my channel. Yeah. And I know for sure one of the main causes of that is from the responsibilities that we do have after having a child that, we probably don't have nobody to share that with.
The load is heavy, absolutely. So,
right.
I completely get that. And that was another reason I wanted to make sure that her load was as light as possible. She carried the kid for 9 months and then actually birthed the kid. And I saw her, push this kid out of her area. You know what I mean? So that was, and that's a very, very amazing process. And so, like I said, I was just so overwhelmed with finally having a child to kind of fix my childhood issues as, father issues. And to where I was just like, yo, I'm just to go hard. And I've been going hard ever since. Like, when I tell you, I was so prepared. When I first found out my wife was pregnant the first time, I started buying stuff. I mean, she was 2 months. When I tell you, I was buying stuff, I was setting up cribs, I was painting rooms. And so, like, I was prepared, when my daughter got here. And but that was just a part of me just deciding, okay, do I want to be like what my dad was, or do I want to do the opposite? So there, you have options. But yeah, that's my responsibility to cover my girls, especially being girls. Because they, and that's why I feel like you can kind of give boys leeway. Boys can kind of like, okay, you go out late, but make sure you come home. Boys can kind of handle themselves, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's a double standard.
I know. I get what you're saying. But girls aren't helpless, but if it comes to like a defense, they don't compare to a man, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying?
I understand.
If a boy had to fight a man, he can fight a man. But if a girl got to fight a man, she's kind of, so girls can be kind of helpless. And so, but that's just the protective father side of me. It's like, I need my girls to be good. So, I know it seems like double standard, but it's all. I promise you, We mean good.
I can get it because as a father, like you said, like she's already vulnerable. So why would that's like letting her give her not, hey baby, go in there gunfight with this knife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like somebody gonna turn up.
Yeah, and so in my mindset, it's like that. It's like I gotta protect her because she can't fight against everything. And I think that's a lot of men, but men are hard. It's hard for us to communicate and verbalize things.
Right.
So but I'm not speaking for every man, but that's kind of how it is. We just want to make sure our girls are good. Even when it comes to our woman, we don't want her out late. Not that we're trying to be controlling, but it's just we're concerned.
Right.
Because if you got to fight a man, it's just, or a man wants to do something to you, you just cannot. You don't have the strength to stand against them. So yeah.
True.